So what we're going to do now is we're going to create a slide in which the background is fixed, but there are manipulatives so that our students can drag and drop. So what you are looking at now is the finished product, what a student would see, and they would be able to drag a fish and put the number of fish that is going to be required to solve the problem. So let's see how we did that. So the first thing I want to do is I want to create a background. So I'm going to move over to a new slide presentation, and I want to select a background, and I'm going to choose an image. And so I went to my Google image search to search for underwater. And I don't have to have the exact same background, but I'm going to go, so I'll use this one. And I insert. And there it is. And now I need to create everything on that screen that I do not want my students to be able to move or edit. And so I said drag the fish to solve the problem. I kept it simple for this demo. And so I can change the color of that text box, make it a little more interesting, maybe a little brighter than that. And there we go, I like that. Okay, so now I want to add lines. The lines create the spaces, and I can adjust the thickness of that line, and I can change the color of the line. Okay, and then to keep it consistent, I'm going to use Command C and Command V to paste. Okay, and then I'm going to insert my equation tools. And I'll insert one over here. And then I'm going to insert and create another shape for the answer. And when you create a shape, it becomes a text box. You don't have to insert a text box within. And I'm just going to say 10. I don't have to highlight it because I'm working within that spot, but I did highlight it. And I'm going to center it both vertically and horizontally in that space. And again, I could fill the shape. Okay, so these are the items. Oh wait, I want to put half of my equation in the spot. And I'm going to say 8. Keep that centered. And fill the spot to be consistent with color. I can use my guidelines to move my text box up to match the height vertically. Okay, so now that I have everything in the spot that I want to stay stationary, I don't want the students to move this, I can take a screenshot of this page, or I could have said File, Download as a JPEG for this current screen. I could do that as well. Either way, I'm going to say underwater problem. And that's my JPEG. All right, so the next thing I want to do, I'm done with this slide. I don't need it anymore. I can either delete it and start from a new slide, or I could just create a new slide presentation. And I think I'll keep it and just start a new presentation. That way, if I have to go back and make any changes, I don't have to start over from scratch. So now that I have my new presentation, I'm going to change this layout to a blank layout, and I'm going to select my background. This time when I choose an image, I'm going to choose from my desktop. I'm going to upload because I I didn't move it into my Google Drive, but I could have done that. I could either go from my screenshot or I could go from what I downloaded, which was the JPEG image. And I'm going to upload that. And now I'm going to say done. All right, so now nothing on this screen is movable. And now I have, it's like a blank slide to start working with. So now what I want to do is I want to add those fish. So again, I'm going to upload an image. I'm going to insert an image. So I can go right here from my image button, or I could say insert image and search from the web. And now I'm going to type in goldfish, and I'm going to specify that I want this to be a PNG. A PNG image will have a transparent image background because I don't want to have all the other stuff. I want it to look as if this fish is swimming right in the water. So I think I like this one, and I'm going to say insert. Now it's quite large. I need to reduce the size. I'm just going to drag from the corner and make it the size that I want. And I think that looks pretty good. All right, so obviously I need more than one. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to say Command C and Command V, and I want lots of options. So I just keep hitting Command V. Okay, and so you can do that for as many times as you would like, but I want them to all be in one nice stack. And so it'll look like there's an infinite number. We won't know how many fish there are. So what I'm going to do to make that happen is I'm going to use my cursor and select all the fish at the same time. And when I do that, I can come up to Arrange and Align, and I'm first going to choose Center. That puts them in a nice vertical stack. So now that they're still selected, I'm going to come back to Arrange and Align, and this time I'm going to choose Middle. And now I have one stack that I could drag a fish out of, or as many fish as I need to solve the problem. And then your students, they can see however many fish there are if they needed to, but that's how you can make that draggable stack.